Hey, everybody. We are
Hey,
live. Woo,
make
woo.
it rain Monday. Woo,
We
woo.
are here on the very first weekly installment of Make It Rain Monday. Yay, Make It Rain Monday.
Woo.
So, for those of you who aren't familiar with the term Make It Rain, it means money. It means get your mind on your money and your money on your mind. Uh, So, yeah, do you want to tell us a little bit more about our theme days, Val, before we jump into the topic today?
Yeah, so we thought it would be fun to give it a little bit of structure. Structure. Oh my gosh, interesting. I am like spitting out different accents now.
It's the lockdown syndrome.
Lockdown syndrome, and I've been up since 3 a.m. So, I think the brain is ready to shut it down. So we have Make It Rain Mondays, then Tipsy Tuesdays, Super Hack Wednesdays, How Low Can You Go Thursdays. Whoa, whoop, there it is. I think I'm like a little delusional right now. Whoop, there it is. Show Me Friday.
Yeah.
Saturday is, you could go do whatever you want.
Rest days.
We might have some surprises, who knows what day it is, right? And then Sundays with Canva. So pretty excited about that. And of course, this can be a wide range of what we're going to surprise you with. So you'll have to stay on top of your toes.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. And some of them are a little bit more obvious than others, like Sundays with Canva. I'm really excited. I've been using Canva in my business, in the marketing agency side of things for a long time. We typically make professional graphics still in Illustrator, in Adobe Illustrator, but Canva has gotten so much better over the years that for social media, most of the time it's going to be just what you need. So I'm excited to give you guys some really cool insider looks at how you can do fun stuff with Canva. And that's going to be every Sunday. But things like Tipsy Tuesday. And for those of you who don't drink, don't worry. I don't either. So it doesn't mean you have to drink. It just means we're playing words here, that we're going to fill you with some tips. And if you feel like also partaking in some alcohol, you can. But
why not?
We're on lockdown. It's getting interesting. So anyway, point is that we just wanted to keep it fun for you guys and make sure that you're getting value out of this group, and that hopefully also to spur conversation so that you can know what we're offering in terms of value, but then also ask us questions and saying, hey, actually, I need more help in this area, or I don't really need that. That's what we need from all of you to be able to help you even more, is just conversation and keeping that fun going. So that's what we're doing.
Amazing. Yeah. So what do we have any other announcements too that were like Thursday maybe?
Oh yes, sorry. It's I'm like, which announcements? Oh gosh. So we are going to be launching the Profit Frequency podcast. Woo-hoo. Most of the time the podcast is also going to start with a web series episode, a video episode before it goes to audio. So this Thursday is going to be our first episode. We'll be discussing the next 4 installments at least. We're going to be discussing the idea of pivoting with business owners, people who have already pivoted in their business. And we want to talk to them and learn from them about how they got the idea to pivot, what's been their biggest challenge, what's been great, what's been horrible. We want to learn from each other and really give you guys real world, boots on the ground kind of information. So that's what we'll be doing on Thursday.
Yay.
Yeah. All right. So let's jump in. It's Make It Rain Monday. Like I said, get your mind on your money and your money on your mind. And for us, Valerie and I talk to so many people every day. And the one thing, and it's funny because we're guilty too, we're totally guilty of this, is that we forget that the number one thing you can do to make sure that you are making sales is to reach out to people and have a real connection with them. And we have a whole product and course and all that stuff about it, and about how to make relationships and connections through DMs, right? Direct messages, on social. So we're not even going to go there yet. We're not going to dive into all the layers of the course or anything like that. We just want to challenge all of you to do the very first step, only one step, one little tiny teensy weensy step, which is to consistently reach out to a stranger that you feel fits your ideal client every day of the week this week. So Monday today through Friday. I can see I can see the comments on here, but it doesn't say who they are from. So
and I don't see the face.
I'll drink for both of us. Awesome. Cheers. But anyway, so we're challenging you to do that one little step. And I know some of you are thinking like, oh my gosh, reach out to a stranger. How am I even going to do that? Gives you heart palpitations just thinking about like reaching out to a stranger. Right, Valerie? This is like one of the hardest things to get past, I think, for almost everyone.
Yeah, I think, but it can be easy. You know what I mean? Especially with Facebook groups, I think it's a lot easier. And, if there's a thread and someone else is commenting on the same thread, then, you can always reach out to them saying, hey, I noticed you in our group. You commented right above me and I loved your profile picture and I wanted to know more about you. I mean, what would you say in person, right? It's really it's fun to meet people online. I used to think it was a little, weird. I would have tons of resistance around it. Like, I don't want to reach out to anyone. I literally would just wait for people to reach out to me. But that doesn't really work. And when we talk about Make It Rain Mondays, it's like you need to focus on the money-making activities, which means connection, right? Your business is about the relationships that you build and that you consistently, touch base with and have fun, right? That's usually the energy that I tell my clients to get into. And today, like Charmaine left me a very nice recommendation on LinkedIn. And basically that's what she said. It's like, Valerie makes it fun. I'm getting my consultations through Instagram. I'm still making sales on Instagram. It's because I made her DM, let's just say, starting with the first month, I literally made her DM 30 people, right? Starting out. So I actually did it backwards for her. So she had to do 30, 29, 28, 27. So she had to go down the numbers and then she had to record it on a chart. So I would hold her accountable. And then we would talk about how many conversations she had. So a lot of this is accountability. Now, I'm not telling you have to do 30 today. We're only asking you to do 1 per day this week just to see the difference of what that 1 per day could make in your business.
Yeah. And like I said, we're not even going to go there yet as far as what the next steps are. All we're saying is just have a conversation. And this is a little like tip or hack that is good to know, right? Even without knowing the rest of the steps that, we do with clients like Charmaine or anyone else, even without knowing that stuff, you make a connection with somebody, you have a conversation, and then they are going to be in your personal page, from your personal page on Facebook or your profile on Instagram, wherever you're having that conversation. If you then make a post in the next 7 days that is about your group or your product or what have you, they are about 100 times more likely to see that content if you had just spoken with them. So that's just like a little tiny mini reason of why you should be making these connections. But if you're like me, you like to know, why the heck am I doing this? And we have lost the art of networking, I think, and in a lot of ways online, because we think, oh, I'm going to have the best website that's ever been. I'm going to have the best product and the best website and the best branding. And then, oh, you do all that, you invest all that time and all that money. And then all of a sudden you put it up there and it's like crickets. That's because it's the human element that's missing. And if you're online or in person, it does not matter. You have to be connecting with people in a genuine way. So
Yeah,
our challenge.
you lose all your momentum, right?
Yeah, it's about momentum.
No one knows who you are. You're like, here's my store, but no one's coming to your store.
Yeah.
Because you were building your store the whole time, right? If you were out on the streets connecting with people the whole time, and then someone else built it or helped you in the meantime, or even that, like, honestly, my high-end coaches basically said, well, one of them, see, there was different coaches that would always say different things, right? Like, go build the thing. Another one would be like, you don't need a website, you don't need a sales page, you don't need these things for you to make money and to enroll clients. Like, if your client has to know details, like, oh, I need to know every single thing that's in their course, they are self-sabotagers for themselves. That means they don't trust their intuition. And I get it. You could send them like a description if they want to know what's in the course, that's fine. But if they know that you can solve their problem and you have a conversation with them, then that's all you need, really, is just the conversation, to get on the phone to say, okay, I can help you, and this is how I can help you after you listen to them.
Well, and here's the thing is that most people, right, I think we kind of we procrastinate on the connection part because we're afraid of rejection. So we could spend, and I know people that have spent, and me included on some projects, I've spent years building things. And I mean, I bought my podcast microphone and didn't launch a podcast for 6 years. Okay.
Whoa, I didn't say 6 months.
6 years.
Dang, that's a lot of procrastinating.
Yeah. But it's about fear of rejection. I think that's the biggest motivator for sure. And I just have to take a second to see, again, I can't see who did the comment, but it's like dating on Match, waiting for the right person to contact you. I winked at my guy and we are together now for 8 years. Yes, exactly. But it was
being more assertive, right? Like,
and getting yourself out of that fear of rejection. The thing is that if you reach out to somebody this week and you take our challenge on and you say, okay, I'm going to connect with a stranger on a social media platform that I'm looking to grow, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, whatever you want. And I'm going to choose a person that A, fits my ideal client profile, and B, I don't know, right? And I'm going to follow them or connect with them, and I'm going to send them a message that just simply says, I appreciated that comment you made in that group, or I really liked your point of view, or I read your article, or I like your outfit. I mean, it could be anything. Just make that connection.
Build rapport.
Yep. The connection.
Connect.
For those of you that haven't seen this before, this is something that I can't help, but we're going to use it because it's there. My kids' school has this thing where instead of like kids raising their hand when somebody's speaking, instead of kids raising their hands and saying, oh, I have that too. I love that too. I love Pokemon too. Instead of doing that, they do this, which I believe it might even be sign language. I'm not even sure, but Probably. They go like this. And so all the kids are sitting there going, me too, me too, me too. And Valerie and I use it to illustrate the point that when somebody says something that you identify with, we have that little me too moment in your soul and you feel a connection with someone. And those are the little moments that we're looking for. So,
yes. So we want to hear about your moments and your connections, and we're here to give you some accountability if you're up for it. This is just super simple. If you want to be an overachiever, you can do 2.
Yeah.
You know?
Think about Porsche Charmaine doing 30 in a day.
I know, of course. And she's a rock star. She's like, okay, yeah, no problem. Even though she said she was afraid, she still did it. So, and this is why she got results. Like, bottom line, the reason why she has gotten results is because she sticks to reaching out to people on a consistent basis. She does the work. I know people have heard of this before, but you really got to be honest with yourself and call yourself out. If you're saying something didn't work for you, you really got to say, well, did I really do the work on a daily basis? Mm-hmm. And so you always want to look at, where did you stop doing this task that is working and making you money? And that's another subconscious thing where you're self-sabotaging your, making money. If you say you want to make money and you're not doing the things to make the money, then that's where you really need to look at what's really going on.
Yeah. Well, and really quickly, I would like to just say that this challenge, whether you have a business and you're looking to grow, or you're just starting, or you have not even started yet, this challenge works for you. Works for you. It's going to work for all of you, because even if you haven't launched a business idea and you've been sitting on it for years, or maybe it's a new idea, this works for you. So just make sure that you know who your ideal client is. Get out there, friend them, message them. 5 people.
All right. Yes. High five.
Whoop, whoop. Okay. And then we're going to report back here on Friday. And you're going to show us, because Friday is Show Me Friday. You're going to show us what you did. And we're going to talk about it. And Valerie and I are going to take on this challenge too. So
for sure,
we will discuss that as well.
All right. Who's my lucky one?
All
right. Oh, and don't forget, if you need help with this, you can download our DM script starter. And you can go to bit.ly/script DM and we'll post it above.
Yeah, we'll post the link for everybody. It's just a little cheat sheet to help you get started if you feel stuck. So bye, everybody.
All right, bye. Erin.